Alright, so Luigi Tramontana here again from Craft Animations. I'm going to show you the fantastic Spline speed controller. Now this is a tool that will save you tons of time. Just have a look at this. I'm in Max right now. It doesn't matter that it's Max because later on I will switch to Maya in the next part 2, and you will see that the interface is identical. It's identical in Cinema 4D, in XSI, in Macintosh, in Linux. It doesn't matter where you work because it looks the same and it works the same. Okay, so let's continue with this tutorial now. What is the Spline speed controller and why does it save you so much time? Well, time and effort actually. So this is the carriage, and it has a forward direction here, and these are the objects that this one creates. Now this is a direct input link that I have just attached to this carriage here, which I will use later on. And if we have a look around here, this is an ordinary Max Spline, so nothing special about it. And what I have done here is I have created these waypoints along this spline. So let's just select one of the waypoints here, the second one for example, and have a look at that. What does the waypoint do here? Well, when the carriage comes here, it should do new things. So it gives the carriage new instructions as to what speed it should have, as if it should wait there for a few seconds and then continue. And then we have some modes here. We have the stop mode, it should wait, that's the red ones here. Guess what the orange is? That's time delay, yes, it should wait there for a few seconds. And then we have the gyro mode. Gyro mode means simply that whenever it passes the waypoint, it keeps looking at the direction it had when it passed that waypoint. So it does no rotations. And if you have yaw mode only, then when we come to this area where it rises up, it will stay planar, okay, horizontal all the way. And if we uncheck that one, it will look in the direction of the spline or towards this look at target. I will explain that to you right now. What is the look at target? Well, it's this little thing. Now, this little thing here it's called the waypoint to look at target. And guess what the carriage will do if I check this one? $1,000,000 question. It will look at that target. So that's how simple that is. And if we have a look at this one, it doesn't have any look at target. Where is it? Well, it's actually right here. Right there, inside that structure here. So it will actually keep looking at that one. As soon as it stops, it turns the carriage with a certain smoothness now, because the rotations of this, the default is 0.1 on the response factor, how smooth it is, and this is how fast the maximum rotation speed is. So if we have a look at the fifth, I think it is, no, it's the fourth, right there. So the fourth, it's a stop mode, yes, and we have checked the look at target, and we have changed the maximum rate of change. So it will be very smoothly turning towards this target here. Now let's have a look at that before I bore you to death. Okay, so we start off here, and the carriage starts rolling, coming 30. One more thing. We have the second one here. We have 30 kilometers an hour. Why is it kilometers an hour? Well, we have the speed units here. You see, kilometers an hour. If you use miles per hour or even centimeters per hour, meters per second, then that's up to you. But in this scene, I've chosen kilometers an hour, and that's 30 kilometers an hour. And guess what? If I just rewind this one and change this to, say, 10 kilometers an hour, then it should accelerate, actually it's decelerate now, to 10 kilometers an hour with these parameters instead. Now this is for the accelerations along the curve. These are for the rotation. So if I hit record now, look at what will happen when it passes this one. Yeah, goes down to 10 kilometers an hour. Are we having fun yet? Okay, so what happens when we come to this one? It stops. And it doesn't have the look at target, so it just stays there. And this one has, guess what? When we get to this one, it just stays there. So we need to bind it to the input here. And how does it bind? Well, look at this. I hit detector if I don't have any, and hit any button. It could be on the keyboard or my Logitech Dual Action as I have here. Bang. Then it's mapped to that one. Then I save it as a start profile here if I want to map this to every instance of Spline speed controller I create. This is a relative forward and backward speed that you can have relative to this, and that speed is set right there. It's 10. So it's plus minus 10 that you can put with your input device, or you can drive on it without any of these waypoints at all, and then just drive with the input here. Okay. And look at target is you can force a look at target whenever you're driving on this spline, so it can look at that target even though it's not checked. And force stop means simply that you can pretend that you have just passed one of these red ones and it will stop, and then you have to start it, because that's what we have to do here with our fourth button. Okay, let's look at that. Bang! I push the button there and it continued. Now let's see what this one does now when it comes to that. It comes there and it starts looking at that target. And if I hit my fourth button here again, it continues. Look at that. And we continue. And when we come here, we are supposed to what? Look at this. We select the 6th waypoint. No, that was that one, damn it. 5th. Okay, the 5th, it should wait for 4 seconds before continuing, and it's not a look at target, so it should turn his head back to the curve direction again. Does it do that? Yep, and waits there 4 seconds and continues. And when it passes this one, something funny happens, or funny, it's quite a good effect. Look at this. It's starting to look exactly at that target there. Okay, so that's what it does, looking, because we want to have a focus on this red teapot here all the time. And then when we come up here to the red one, that's the red one's target here. So they are a little misaligned here, but almost at the same position, and it just waits there. I can have a look around in the scene and continue, right? And it keeps looking, because this one has also look at target mode on. And when we come to this one, look what happens then. Then it should turn its head to this one, because that's the look at target for that one. So it comes here and it looks at its target, but have a look at this now. It is not tilted. You see, that's the difference, because let's see. Yeah, that's the 8th. Finally, I got the right one. Okay, so we have the 8th waypoint here, and it has the yaw mode only on. That other waypoint here, this one, had that unchecked, so it looked straight at the target. This one doesn't yaw anything, pitch anything, so it just yaws. So as you see here, even though it's plain, horizontal, even though its target is way down there. So that's how it does. And when it comes to this last one here, it should just simply, let's see, the 9th, it should not look at anything and not have any modes on, which means it just continues and rides with the spline here as if it was on a roller coaster ride. And we have some carriage properties here. If we had a closed one, we would need to check the loop one here, and we also have gravity strength. If we want to pretend it's a roller coaster ride, that gives quite nice little things to do if you have a fly through in a city or something. That's real nice. You can bank with it, so you in the curves that you bank. So that's those things. And let's have a look at the 10th. I want to change that actually, so that we do something new there. Let's put gyro mode on there. So let's continue here. We come here and we're supposed to look at this. It will turn against that. It turns against that, and it continues up here with a pitch. It's not yaw mode only anymore. It turns upwards. And when it comes here, it should have the same direction as it had when it passed that waypoint. And does it have that? Yes, sir, it does. Okay, that's beautiful. Now I will show you something that is even more beautiful with this spline speed controller. That's the last thing I will do here. And then I will jump into Maya for the second part. Look at this. We have all our, so to speak, keyframes here. And by the way, if you want to create waypoints, how do you do that? Well, you just create them. Let's say I want to create one right after the second one here. I create one right there. And I can put it anywhere and then snap the waypoint to the spline like that. And guess what I can do more? Look at this. Look at this. This will save you days of work. Now, I have changed the position of the curve, the length of the curve. That would be the death of an animator. So what I do then is I just take this waypoint here and place it quite close, snap it to the curve, and I haven't changed anything here. Everything stays the same. Now, isn't that beautiful? I haven't time to talk to you more about this. Let's join me in Maya. Bye bye.